and happy Wednesday. Fact check. Wednesday?
Yeah, we always do this.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Crowdsurfing, a show where we're going to be checking out different projects and games that are currently being crowdfunded on Kickstarter and Backerkit and Gamefound. Speaking of Gamefound, they're the sponsor of this show. Thank you to Gamefound. So let's check out a project they have going on right now.
Today we're taking a look at Cloud War Tales Nuvitrum. In this game, a deck building game, you are fighting against other players to get Croconium, this special resource. And what you're doing in this game, I want to be clear that it's a deck building game and all the different decks are asymmetrical. So if you take a look here, there's going to be a unique way to play. You're going to get 4 different factions in the base game itself. And when you play, you're going to be buying cards and putting them in your deck just like you would do normally with a deck building game, but then you're going to be moving them around on the board and fighting over objectives. So it's kind of a mix between a deck building game and a tactical war game. So you can go check out the rulebook, you can go learn more about it, you can go get the deluxe pledge or just the base game. So this deck building game is on Gamefound right now. That is Cloud War Tales Nuvitrum.
Everybody, and I'm Mike DeLisio.
Right.
You never announced. We didn't say who we are.
That's okay. Everybody knows you're Mike DeLisio. It's
we
fine.
didn't. Gosh, I'm really bad at introducing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Z.
Oh, and I'm Mike DeLisio.
Welcome to Crowdsurfing. Welcome again. All right, yeah, so before we jump into the projects here, we're going to talk about a couple conventions we have coming up. Next week, we will be in Las Vegas for Dice Tower West. Super excited. Badges are no longer on sale, but you still can get them at the door. So if you happen to be in Las Vegas next week, come join us, play some games. And if you can't make it to Vegas in Orlando this summer, we have Dice Tower East, dicetowereast.com. You can still get your badge for that and come, again, play games and be, what is it, like 2.5 miles from Disney World or something?
Yeah.
It's like...
You can walk it,
almost,
bum.
I was going to say spit. But.
You could just take the tram. There's a tram every 5 minutes, right? Isn't there just a tram that just roams through Orlando?
Mike will stake his paycheck on there being a tram.
Joey, you want to make a few extra bucks?
Steal a tram.
Let's figure something out.
Awesome. Yeah. So dicetowereast.com or dicetowerwest.com if you have some availability next week. But let's jump into the projects here. First up is For the Gods.
For the gods.
For the Gods.
For glory.
Yeah.
I really
That's
like
what I thought of when I saw this.
For the Glory.
For glory. Something that Joey used to shout.
Those designers right there.
Who?
Trevor Benjamin,
That's a powerhouse.
Brett Gilbert, and David Thompson.
Yeah. Like, so they all kind of have worked together, like, as teams, right? I don't know that maybe the 3 of them have worked together before, but I don't remember that specifically. Like, I know that Benjamin and Gilbert have worked together before, and I think Thompson and Benjamin have worked together before, and maybe Gilbert and Thompson have worked together before.
Gilbert
and
Thompson.
Any other
Gilbert and Sullivan. But yeah, no, they're
Sanford and Son have worked
Sanford
together.
and Son. I do like these designers generally, and I like a lot of the games that they produce. So I'm interested in the look of this.
It's a cool look. I like when it's Brett J. Gilbert and the other guy, Brett J. Gilbert and
Trevor Benjamin or David Thompson.
And somebody else, maybe.
Yep.
Not one of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were joking.
I know that there's a game I've played. I think it's David Thompson and maybe Benjamin.
Yeah.
That sucks, and I hate it. And it's like, because they make really minimalistic. Like he made, I think it's 2 of them. They made this very minimalistic war game, General Orders, or something like that.
I didn't play that one.
Oh
Not
my
good,
God, that game sucks so bad. And I think, unfortunately, they seem to have a sensibility of liking extreme minimalism in many ways.
Yeah.
And I like minimalism to a point, but you definitely can overstep that. And now your game is so minimalistic that unless you've kind of grown up with the development, I feel like I missed the boat. I got in after you removed all the bone marrow. I'm just like, what? This is it? It's not enough here for me to latch onto. This one, I'm hoping doesn't feel like that. It looks kind of small. It looks kind of clean, but I'm hoping on the my preferred side of that line.
Well, it looks like there's god powers, so I feel like there's going to be some asymmetry going on in there. I like the idea that you are, kind of pulling these stones out, and some of them you're using for movement, and others you're using to build these kind of statues. And the little tile you put at the top is the god tile that tells you what action you're going to take. I don't know. I like how they had at the beginning. It's like, here's what you do on your turn. Boom, 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 and that kind of made sense.
It's a good page for sure. They're doing a good job with this page.
And they forefronted that information up there. I like that. Right. It's not a lot of, and we'll see them here this week where it's like, here's everything that's in the box, and you're like, I have no frame of reference for that. I like how this jumps in right there with that.
And Mighty Boards, I feel like is at the beginning, I liked the idea and the look of some of their games more than I liked the games. But some of their more recent games, I've been a pretty big fan of. So I'm hoping, I'm hopeful on this one.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Next up, kicking over to Gamefound. This is Inferno 1348, which is an expansion to Inferno, and then, of course, the deluxe reprint as well.
As it clearly says right there.
Says right there. Definitely did not dig through the page to find that information.
Is it a standalone expansion?
No, it's a modular expansion.
Come on, y'all. You gotta better say that it's an expansion. That looks like a game.
Yeah, you have to scroll down to here to find out that it's a modular expansion. Yeah. Now, as you can see by the prominent Dice Tower Seal of Excellence all over the page, and I wouldn't blame them. I mean, I like that that's being used as marketing. Chris is a huge fan of this.
Yes,
right.
I don't know who else here has played it. Joey, have you played it?
I don't think.
Nope.
It may just be Chris.
I think it might just.
Maybe Wendy played with them. I'm not sure.
I believe we did the live of it, and I don't.
Oh,
yeah. It might have just been them in the live. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was not me. I was in the other.
How about these 3D wall of dis? I'm a big fan of the wall of dis. I climb right up there. You're a punk.
And these are not trees, I've been told, right?
They're not trees. The green ones are trees. The red ones are Christmas trees. The black ones,
yes.
That's just a spire.
That's a Halloween tree.
No, it's not no Halloween tree. No.
That could be a thing.
That's not a thing.
This is Halloween.
Right.
Ha.
This theme is Halloween. Yeah.
But cool they're doing the modular expansion. I am a fan of modular expansions where you could put in what you want and stuff. But this is already, from what I know, a very big game. And it's more so, I think, the reprint kind of getting that out there
I think so,
again.
too. I think this is mostly a reprint of the base game.
I think it is, yeah. What was there was kind of an unfortunate wording on this page.
Oh, my gosh. If I can find it again, it's it's fantastic.
Not a big deal, but I thought it was, she said it,
it's
and I thought it was pretty funny.
It's like, this isn't just, what is it? It's like, oh my gosh, I can't
Maybe
find out. Something like this is not just an expansion because it makes the game worse.
Yeah, 1893 is much worse or something like that.
It makes everything more horrible, maybe.
It's what they meant, but it's like,
and they were like, more horrible?
Yeah, it's like, okay, everything's worse in this expansion. It's somewhere in there.
Chris is a huge fan. I'm sure there's something to it. It's an interesting theme, right?
Yeah.
I do like the theme, so... Uno.
I really want that quote. I'm definitely not going to get hyper fixated on this.
You're going to have to let it go.
Okay, we're going to move on. I'm going to let it go and come back at the end of the show.
There we go.
All right. Next up is Extraction. It's a top shelf cooperative board game.
Where does it say
top
that?
Shelf. Right there in the description.
What does that even mean? I didn't miss that. Extraction is a top shelf cooperative board game? As opposed to all those bottom shelf games.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is a well game.
Yeah.
You got your top shelf and you got your well.
Interesting. Considering especially that this doesn't seem to feel like a top shelf game because it kind of looks like scroll a little bit. It reminded me of what was it? It really seemed like something else. I can't recall.
Oh, go up a second.
Oh.
This got me right here. Look at the guy. What's the guy? This one? I could have swore that this guy had a ruby embedded into his mustache, and I finally realized that that's a cigar.
I can't. It's not.
Does that not look like he's got a ruby? Just like, oh, that's a very fancy mustache. My goodness.
Goes well with his eye.
Right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I don't know. There's something about that little girl right there screaming down right there. It's just like that image is just like no.
It looks a little like video game.
I think it's supposed to be like the little girl from Aliens or Alien, the first one.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's also, they talk about their other design, this Code 3, like kind of cult classic, they kind of called it. No, it was like, I'd never heard of that. I didn't know if you guys had either.
I had not. I guess someone's saying in the comments that Tom reviewed it.
Okay. It's weird but interesting.
Yeah. And this could be the same. I don't like the look of it at all.
Yeah.
To me, it looks very, I don't know, unpolished maybe.
I think that's what it is. It looks real Kickstarter-y in the worst ways. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Guys, serious. All right.
It's just like, I don't know. There's something about it that is not working for me. It looks undone, unfinished, I should say. Unfinished, yeah.
That's a good name for a game. Unfinished.
Yeah.
All right, next up is Marrakesh. So
This is the expansion, like a bunch of
And the
expansions.
and the big box, right?
And the big box,
Okay.
So was this? I can't keep up with this Stefan Feld City collection. You know, I don't know.
Well, I
if-
think was just Marrakesh.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to ask. Was this a remake of another one, or was this like one of the 2 or 3 original designs?
I think this might have been one of the ones that was actually a new game
Got it.
because it was one of the first ones also.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's good. It was good. I haven't played, but I've heard nothing but good things from it. From people I respect who played this one and thought this was a good one. It wasn't just sort of like a reworking of something.
Okay.
I might be mistaken, but fairly sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
It seems cool. It's like a big sprawling feld. I mean,
Yeah, lots of modules.
Big sprawling feld,
Wow.
and you know, now you've got the big box. But I look. Here's the thing. I think going on about these is almost like pointless because the people that are into this are buying every single thing. They're the completionists. They love Feld. They love what Queen is doing, and they're all behind it. And then there's other folks, like I would put myself in this boat, where I'm like, I can't even keep up. It's like there have been several different editions, it seems like, of each of these games. There have been like 2 or 3 box sizes for a couple of these games.
Yeah.
And so it's a little impenetrable to me, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think
So-
that is helped here with this like chart that they're doing.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
guess
like,
that's
hey, there's a
supposed-
chart,
Yeah.
and then you get to the folded space stuff, which is also offering, and then choose the right version for you. So the fact that it's like 3 tabs long to choose
Yeah.
the right version is very like, and then
don't know
add-ons.
why,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, it feels daunting to try and jump into.
I'm guessing that works for Queen, but it seems self-cannibalizing to me.
Yeah,
A bit.
To have the same game
see.
published 3 different times within a span of a few years.
27.
I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like you should just push the one you want to push and just have the one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, 127,793 backers. You know,
Yeah,
that's not nothing.
No, that
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
doing well. That's one of their better, money makers.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Beastward, a Monster Hunt RPG board game.
Is this the print and play one?
This is the
Yeah,
print and play. Yes. Yeah.
This one surprised me because honestly, I have really not much interest in this model. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Generally speaking. But as I looked through it, there were a couple of things that were appealing to me. Not enough that I would buy it, even for $5, because it's just not. I know I wouldn't play it.
Right.
But there's a couple of things that were kind of appealing to me. One was that it seems like a pretty unique world, and it seemed interesting.
Right.
One, and two, they were like very finite campaigns, right? It's like you can play like this campaign is like, what did they say? Some of them were like 9 hours, 12 hours, something like that. And I don't know, it just seemed like almost a hybrid. And I
Yeah.
guess that's why they're calling it an RPG board game, is that it's RPG in its style, but it's more board game in its scope, maybe?
It seems a
Right.
little more. It seems to have a larger scope than a lot of other print and plays for $5.
Yeah,
It also,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, at one point they mentioned them still developing it,
Yes.
and we'll work with you to
That's
develop it.
what
And
I
I'm
was
like,
concerned
it's
about,
a $5 print and play.
Right.
It's not done. I'm really confused. Like if it's that big of a game, you're still developing it. There's quite a bit of content. Wouldn't it make more sense to produce that game if you believe in it that much, where it's not just like a one-off little thing? Hey, I'll send you this for $5. Make it.
I'd
then.
say yes, but here's the thing. I think a lot of Kickstarter projects, maybe most, do development after the project is done. And what do? They have that time to play with because they're producing actual components
Right.
in China. Here, these are going to be PDFs.
Right, but it's a print and play. I expect it to be done the moment you're done funding.
I agree with you there. I mean, it's like I'm not really arguing against you, but I understand kind of why they're able to do it because that's already kind of a standard in crowdfunding. You know what I mean?
That's my point, though.
like-
They're not able to do it. I expect that PDF when you're done funding.
I think
Is it the
because
one ready to go now or no?
No, this
okay.
one is not ready to go. It said we're still in the development of it, and it seems to be like it's going to be a little heavier or more than their other ones. I think the only thing that kind of stood out to me was they do have 19 created here, and they come out on average every 2 months. And so if it comes out almost every 2 months, and this one is still in development, I don't know. So I mean, it's cool that they have done that many. I mean, that speaks well to their track record. You're probably going to get this PDF, but I don't understand why it's not done yet if that is the rate.
I mean, these are like pretty good
They
looking.
do.
Like, again, I don't really have an interest in playing any of them, but none of them seem like, trashware.
I agree.
Right, yeah.
I agree. Shovelware. Yeah.
Shovelware.
Yeah.
Shovelware.
I'm going with trashware.
Trashware.
Everyone get on board. It's the newest thing.
Yeah. So, all right. Before we go any further, though, let's take a look at a clip here from Mark Streed.
This Dice Tower Spotlight is brought to you by Hexblim. Hexblim is a competitive RPG adventure that delivers the arc of a full campaign in about 30 minutes per player. You draft your opening hand, choose 3 distinct Hexblims, each a different world with its own creatures and challenges, and explore a fog-covered map generated and guided by a companion app that drives events, tracks progression, and builds towards the final confrontation. Each turn, you reveal tiles that trigger events, branching adventures, or fast, decisive combat, where speed determines who strikes first, and the right weapon, gadget, or instant card can turn the tide. You can even overexplore for bigger rewards, permanently burning tiles as the map tightens around you. Death costs you momentum. Every exploration advances a global countdown. When it reaches its limit, the unbeatable awakens, a multi-stage final boss that may disable tiles and spark a race to confront it. Defeat it for a surge of essential energy, but victory goes to the player who performed best across the entire journey. Competitive, tactical, evolving, this is Hexblim. For more information, check out the campaign over on Gamefound.
All right. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Fighting Fantasy Quest, back over on Gamefound again. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
Have you guys heard of this book series before?
It's old school, right?
Yeah, apparently. It's like really old, choose your own adventure kind of stuff, or, more than that, a little deeper than that, because I guess you keep track of dice rolls and things. I don't know it. It's had a long and storied history, though, this series, and I guess they're making a board game finally. That's neat. It looks pretty good to me.
It was reminding me a lot of Ghost Stories or Last Bastion, where it's that square-based grid, and you go out and you take one action there, and your hero takes one action, and the gameplay loop was kind of reminding me of that outside of the cards coming out that you're battling. So that kind of had me interested.
I was a little worried about the no hand holding 450 components thing there, but then when I read a little further, I think it's a roguelike.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the idea is, you're going to die, and you're going to die some more,
Yeah, which is really interesting to me. I tend to like those style games.
It's taking off in board gaming now. I mean, already in video games, you kick a rock, 2 roguelikes pop out. But in board games, it's now taking off, though they tend to be based on something.
Yeah.
There's not been too many yet that are new. They strike out on their own and make a roguelite.
That's true.
This is all like, Slay the Spire as a board game. What kind of board game? Well, it's a roguelike.
Dead Cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like this idea of, it's 15 scenarios, 45 to 60 minutes each. That's a really nice sweet
Very
spot.
digestible,
For these type of games. It kind of makes them unique, I think.
I would think that there's probably a pretty big Venn diagram between the people that liked those books and like this style of board game.
I agree.
I think that, I mean, I think they're really what they're doing is they're serving their fans more of what they want. You know what I mean?
And it's got an appropriately sort of old school look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has, it gives you that nostalgic look a little bit. The original cover has that old school nostalgic thing. And then, this one. So it's a good looking project. I'm feeling this one. This is one I'd be happy to try out.
All right, next up we have Foes of Middle Earth. This is one that we played live. This was me, Tom and Joey, maybe. I think it was Tom and Joey. Yeah, we played this live, so set in the Lord of the Rings universe. I really enjoyed my play of this. I really found it a fun mix of the exploration and fighting and one of the most fun leveling up systems. You know, they're very generous with the experience, and that's fun because the leveling up in the game is a lot of fun, where you have 3 skill sets that you're going to be leveling up, and you get to choose, you know, what 3 skills do I want, and do I want to put all my experience in one and make it as powerful, or have 3 lesser powerful ones, you know, so a really good kind of decision space as the game goes. So yeah, really enjoyed this. Definitely had kind of Cthulhu Death May Die vibes to it, but with some exploration in the Lord of the Rings.
This is kind of from, if I'm not mistaken, this was from some developers of that game originally, I want to say.
I believe they were the developers.
Team from Brazil.
Right. Yeah.
That had
Marco
some,
or something like that, right?
See, I don't
His name Marco? I can't remember. But
they had some, they did some work on developing some Cthulhu Death May Die stuff and are bringing their experience to this. Yeah, it was co-op, right? It was
co-op, yeah, full
yeah.
co-op.
Yeah.
Yep. And it had a cool 2-phase game as well, where you have some goal that you have to meet, and you have to get, you know, over to this one tile and make sure X is met, you know, and if that goal, and then at that point it triggers the big, in the case that we played, the Balrog coming out, you know, and then you have to fight the Balrog. So had that 2-phase gameplay that I tend to like as well, you know. Cool. So
yeah, it looked interesting. I think I'm very much in. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good night.
Oh, he wrote a thesis.
He wrote a paragraph.
You sure did. Wow.
Jeez. Okay.
Wow.
I like words.
Oh my gosh.
No kidding.
Jeez. And
I think
question
I'm in the
marks.
vast minority in that I'm kind of over Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
In board game. I'm just like,
I could see that.
Can we find something else?
I think you can say that about any IP, though, if you don't really like it. I mean, I definitely say that about Marvel, but I don't care that there's more Marvel games.
Yeah.
I just know that it's not one that excites me at all.
Yeah,
you know
I don't
what I mean?
dislike Lord of the Rings. I just feel like there's been a whole lot of it lately. I think that's my thing.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Ancient Empires. Arcana
What's this one? I forget
games.
already.
Yeah,
I
so-
gotta scroll.
this is the one where you're putting the little disc out around, and then so that's like the programming, and then you turn them over and resolve them one at a time. So you're
this is the one that's based on it's the
Small Samurai
That's it,
Empires. And
Small
that's why,
Samurai.
because when I was watching it or looking through the page, I'm like, God, this sounds like something I played. And it turns out, oh, yeah, it's based off that game I played with Chris. You know what I mean? It's this tiny little thing. And now they've taken it to a larger scale.
That
Small
game there.
Samurai Empires.
Did
Yeah.
you like that game?
I tried to play
It was all right.
That's a no, right?
Eh.
That's a no, yeah. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, I mean, I remember playing it. I don't remember particularly liking it, and I couldn't tell you much of anything about the game other than I remember there was a thing of progressive movement where you're like programming. There's that programming thing, and I remember thinking I liked that mechanism done better in other games like Jiraku, which is like a trick-taking one that does that, and also Rumble Nation, which is another one that has like a similar idea of like things kind of firing off. And
I will say, I think this looks much better than that game. I like the look here. The board, I think, looks a lot more interesting.
it does.
I'm hoping that they've taken that as just a jumping off point and not necessarily something they are going to be emulating too much.
Right.
Like, let's take this original design and evolve from that. Let's not get married to any one part of it. If so, then yeah, I could see this being interesting. It's one I would try, but it doesn't necessarily captivate me either.
Next up, Tiberpunk, Streets of Rome. I think that this wins the theme of the week.
Heck yeah,
This
it's got a cool
this
theme.
Is fun.
Yeah,
This
It's
is
about
just a-
it's Rome, 59 AD or something like that,
Yeah.
and an alien spaceship crash lands into Rome.
Yes.
And therefore, we have this sudden surge of technology so that 50 years later, there's now drones and implants and all this kind of stuff. I love it. It's a crazy theme. It's really neat.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about it before, and I was like, yeah, I guess Lords of Hellas had this similar idea, but it thematically went in a very different direction. Like that was like, there's really no explanation as to why the ancient Greeks were in mech suits, or if there were, I never really got the lore. Here, they explain it pretty
Yeah,
They do.
well.
They put
I
some
like
theory.
that. I like
Yeah.
that anachronistic, bizarre sort of thing. It's a really neat idea. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just speaking to me, and I like the look of this game a lot, actually, too. So this is one that's actually captivating to me. The theme doing some serious heavy lifting, yes, but the rest of the game looks good, too. Now, having said all of that, this is from the company that did
Cryptic Nature.
Cryptic Nature, which I really didn't like that game.
I love the theme of it. I liked a couple of the ideas, but
they have cool themes. They
They
have great production values, really good production values. But I didn't really like that game, and I believe there was another one that came out after that I didn't play, but I think Tom played, and maybe he didn't like it either.
Which one was it? One that came after?
I think it was another one that came. This one here, Champions of Wind and Fire.
Yeah,
I believe he played that, and I believe he didn't like that so much either.
I agree. I think it was like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I think
I'm hoping this is the one, man. They gotta get at some point they gotta knock one out of the park for me personally, of course. And I'm hoping this is it.
Yeah, I would certainly try this one. You know what I mean, because it does look appealing.
I think that's it. I haven't given up on them yet with that, and this theme would pull me back in again. But this.
Tell you what, though, if you ruin this theme. I may
think
be out.
I might
agree.
be.
This is kind of like a last chance, okay? Don't mess this up.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Canals of Windcrest. So this is coming from the First Fish, which they also did the Ducks in a Row game. Right?
Ducks in
Tow, and they did that Mist Wind, which is in the same world as this.
Okay.
With the flying whales or whatever. Well, this one's now about smaller whales, same thing, but like a miniature pug type whale. And you are riding them around the city, delivering things or something like that.
Yeah, it's like contract fulfillment kind of. You're going out and picking stuff up and making contracts and transporting people where they want to go. Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
I guess I would wonder if you took away the whales and set this in Venice, which it clearly was at one point before these guys started to publish it.
Right.
This game was set in Venice.
Sure.
I mean, like, come on. In the Middle Age, and in the 1600s or whatever. If you put that theme back on, am I interested at all? Am I interested now with this new theme? Is it going to seem transparent? Is it going to seem like, well, this is a game about like merchant traders, but everyone has a cat's head. So fantasy, is it? Is it though? This feels like a boring traders in the Mediterranean vibey kind of game. But
at least they didn't go with that theme. I think they at least tried a different theme with it. It's a similar theme, it seems like, but I think the theme is par for what the game kind of looks.
You think so?
Yeah.
If you got whales going around the city delivering things, you should have just named it Krill Dash. You know what I mean? Just go all in.
Go all in with the krill. Yeah.
I did like the card crafting, if you will, in this. As you upgrade the cards and you give them those additional actions.
It's mentioned in the comments, so I do think it's worth maybe pointing out
that they have a plushie.
No.
Oh.
Just that there's kind of a pattern here of projects being.
Oh, the thing the company seems to always do. I don't know why they do this, but they almost for every single one of their projects, First Fish here, is that what they're called? First Fish?
I believe so, yeah.
Launches that thing, cancels because something must have gone wrong, and relaunches. So they've done it with Ducks in Tow Expansion. They did it with this game, Canals of Windcrest. It was crowdfunding last month, and now it's crowdfunding again. If you click see more, you'll see more of that.
They almost do it like back to back. It's not like they wait and redevelop
no.
anything.
It's like immediate. It's like
within
get
a
off
month.
my land.
Yeah.
April
to May.
And then get off my land in May. There's not a lot of time to like change anything. So what is it? I don't know. Okay.
I don't either.
But I will speculate wildly.
It is notable, I think.
Do they set the target funding at something that then they realize, cancel,
we can't hit
do
this.
It again?
Yeah.
Is it the price of the game? Are they doing that whole thing where you like say this is worth $89 slashed $59, and so people have to get it because you're saving like $30 if you don't. You're leaving money on the floor if you don't. I don't know what it is.
Well, we don't see what their funding goal is here. This is the one that was successful. The one that was not successful was 35. Okay. And then this one was 61 is what it was actually finished at. But what does it say the percent is? So
say
that
where
is
it was.
213%. So it looks it's going to be about the same funding
So
goal.
that's
then.
not it. Is
So
it
it's
the
not- yeah.
price? Are they
I
changing
don't
the
know.
price?
Yeah. It's strange, and it's strange that it is back to back so many projects in a row, but they've also delivered everything. I just don't know why it has gone that way with this company.
Yeah.
It's notable, but I don't know what it means even.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't
it's
know
like
why. That
interesting.
just seems very strange.
Yeah. All right, Hike, Husky, Meeples, and new expansion. So this is not one that I've played. I know we had it in the office at the old studio. Did anybody here play it?
I never did play
I
it.
think I might have messed with it a little bit.
Okay.
I do not remember it making honestly much of an impression on me. You like put cards next to other cards and the sides have to match, I want to say, but it's like very visually unappealing. The dogs all look like they're on cocaine.
They do. They
The
look like
whole-
they're at the end of the race. It's like
The whole thing, I don't remember it like striking me as a very captivating game, but I don't want to, talk out of my butt here. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're getting is meeples and an expansion.
Right.
And yeah, then the
And you can get the game again, I'm sure, because why wouldn't they reprint?
and the expansion ties to those meeples. It's like a new thing that you can do out with your dog crew. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's one I would try.
If you love this theme, you're not getting a
Maybe.
lot of games with this theme, first of
Right.
all. So, yes.
The
If
look
you-
of it's a little off-putting to me. That's the thing.
I agree. I don't love the look. If you don't have Snowtails and you like this theme, find yourself a copy of Snowtails. And if that still doesn't do it, then sure, you can check this out. But I agree. The look just seems a little homemade.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the meeples. The meeples look fine, but
Yeah. All right, back over to Gamefound. We have Cloud War Tales, Nuvitrum.
Nuvitrum,
Yeah.
This is one that Tom
This one
did,
Tom just took a look at. I really
Yeah.
like this artwork a lot. I really like the visual look of this gameplay. It's not something that I think is really, appealing to me.
I think you said it kind of looked like Summoner Wars. And when you
Wars.
said that, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
it's very Summoner Wars.
That's sort of the vibe it gives me too, which is great. I mean, I like that game, but so I don't know. I think the artwork here will be doing a lot of heavy lifting.
If this is like Summoner Wars, I would play this over Summoner Wars.
Yeah.
What are you wanting?
I don't want you to keep scrolling too much more.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think this is one that I'd be really interested in checking out. It's one I'd be curious to see because again, the artwork is getting me like 80% there. And if the game is taking cues from things like Summoner Wars and doing its own thing, I just don't want it to feel like a ripoff, right? I just don't want it to be like, oh, I can just keep playing Summoner
5
Wars.
phases. Yeah,
I didn't get a rip-off feel. It seemed like there was enough different. It seemed what I was getting from it is just that you have that grid of cards that you're moving the cards around rather than minis or something like that,
Yeah,
and
it's
building up
that-
your army.
It's that meets trading card games a little bit.
But also,
that's
like,
what I don't love about
Oh,
it.
I'm into it.
but
I
also
don't
kind of
like trading
like
card
deck
stuff.
building, like you are building your team as you're going. It's not a set deck. Here is your faction. You're kind
Yeah.
of building your faction. So I thought it was enough different from Summoner Wars that it was worth a try. But again, it's probably still something not up my alley.
Because of the look and the cards with powers, which I love that kind of stuff, this is one of the ones this week that I'd be the most ready to play right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me look through the cards. I'm going to get jazzed just looking at these things, and then I want to try it and see how it goes. So, yeah, absolutely. This is an awesome looking game.
All right, so TCG here, Era TCG.
This is a trading card game about soccer.
That is
or
a- that is a-
football, whatever, whatever you want to call it.
Speaking of Venn diagrams, I expect that Venn diagram is not
It's
much.
got to be very,
Like,
very small.
Very
I'm
small. I
sorry. What?
assume.
Who's
Except
you're into soccer or football. You're also into games, and not just that, trading card games.
Yeah.
There is the idea of collectible cards for sports,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Sports cards, but those people just collect cards. You're not really like
Yeah.
doing anything with those.
Right.
And I don't know. This
hate
could
that.
maybe have a little bit of that crossover, but
Yeah.
Maybe internationally.
I think that the Venn diagram is like anyone who likes sports outside of the United States
yeah.
and plays
Yeah.
TCGs because this is like this sport
course.
is the hugest.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that's a huge crossover, and
There's-
the look of this is just to me very I don't know. It looks remarkably abstract, right? And it's obviously a scaled down version because I think you're playing in teams of 4, so it's not really a simulation type of a thing going on. I don't know. I've played a couple of soccer or football themed games, and the ones that I liked were the ones that really were just kind of like being very loose with that theme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if this is
Keep it rules light.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want this to do
this
well.
doesn't-
But it's
this-
a trading card game. They can't really
can't
do
be,
that.
yeah.
You can't be
Yeah.
rules light.
right,
Because you can't keep pumping out expansions to a trading card game if it's rules light.
right.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And it's not doing. That's probably why it's not doing. I don't think it's funded
It's not
yet,
funded
right?
yet. It hasn't funded yet. It's like
Yeah.
at 40 grand, but it's not
it's there. It's
funded
got
yet.
8
They want a lot
days.
of money though, to
Yeah.
be
Which,
fair.
I
And they
mean,
probably need that.
Right, exactly. I mean, to actually be fulfilling, that's probably a realistic goal
Yeah.
for this.
Right,
So.
right.
All right, the Wyrmwood chessboard. So Wyrmwood makes deluxe tables and gaming accessories, things like that. And now they're doing a chessboard, which it's really touting that it can be a chessboard with these deluxe pieces that you play, or it can hang on the wall. And then as you see here, what she has, it's these magnetic pieces. So you can play as a wall display as well.
First of all, I want to point out how amazing that image is. Like that is representative image is really, really well done.
It is so
very
good, yeah.
well
That is
done.
incredibly well done. I love that they have the two things there side by side, well spliced. Great. This, I mean, watching their footage of these different boards, the different woods they're using, this looks incredibly
Yeah,
deluxe.
I mean that's
Yeah.
what
Looks
Wyrmwood
amazing.
is known for. They are top production. I mean, you pay for it, you know, but they are absolutely top of the line.
Yeah, I went back and forth on this. I'm not, like a big chess player. I've certainly played plenty of chess in my life, and I thought, okay, how much is this a gimmick? Well, yeah, there's some gimmick in there, right? And what it comes with, just to be clear, is you pick the woods that you want. And there's different price levels. I think they start at 500, maybe 400, 500, somewhere in that range.
300.
Oh, 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And they all come with the magnetic pieces, which are made of cork. Okay, so you've got the magnetic cork pieces. I don't know if the holders come on the side or not. And I can see that being something that would look nice in a game room, and maybe once in a blue moon, someone might play
Yeah.
a game just for novelty. I don't see that as being a standard way anyone's ever going to play chess. But you don't have to play it like that. You can pull it down and you can play it with any pieces you want. I think they have a pretty standard wooden set here
Yeah.
for a reasonable price you can add on. And so, I don't know. I think if you want a really nice looking wooden chessboard, this is not a bad idea with a neat little hook to it.
I think
Yeah.
so too. This is if my game was chess,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
this is very tempting. I mean,
Yeah.
not only would it be beautiful wall art,
right.
incredibly high-end wall art, but it's also playable, or you can just play normally. But you know what you're getting. You don't have to wonder if, well, am I gonna want to play on my? You know what it is. If you want to, then boom, there it is. I like the idea of doing that, of taking a move, moving the little your turn token to the
Yeah.
other side,
Yeah.
and then moving on.
Right.
Next
like a
time my
month-long
opponent
game.
walks by, they can make a move
Yeah.
and tell me it's my turn.
Yeah.
If chess is my only game, that will be very easy to do.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll be able to hold all that information in my head. I can't do it now, but if this was my thing, I could. It seems really captivating. I think this is a lovely looking project.
I think so too. Yeah. And like you said, I can definitely see it just being if you have disposable funds to put into your game room, this just be the thing that's on the wall. There with your pool table and your game
There
table
it
and
is.
your wall. You know
right.
what I mean?
If you have a
You
pool
know?
table, this is maybe
You got
for you.
this,
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
in the world of like deluxe chess sets, this is not outrageous.
No,
Right.
it's
Like
not.
I've
No, no,
seen
no.
some really expensive chessboards.
Made
Yeah.
from human bone.
Made
Yeah.
from actual human beings.
Right. I really like the elven and the dwarven ones too. Like you can get the little engravings on them. They are crazy expensive, but for
Made from
for
elven
me.
bones.
But I think that elven one is just absolutely gorgeous.
Seeing them make these things is really like,
It
wow.
is cool. Yeah.
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 I wonder if those elven like runes and stuff are kind of like when people get tattoos in other languages and they don't really know what it says. They hope it says what they told them to say.
Yeah.
And they read it and it
Yeah.
says, eat it Moe's in Elvish.
Thankfully, there's no elves walking around laughing at us.
I guess. Google Translate though. Oh,
Sugarworks, clever candy factory conveyor game, which we have something like this, the Chocolatier game. What's it called? Chocolate Factory or Chocolatier or something like that?
Chocolate Factory was a game.
Isn't that something similar, though? It's like
with
chocolate and a
conveyor
conveyor
belt.
belt and that kind
Oh.
of stuff.
This one didn't seem that way, though.
I hadn't played that game.
This one looks like it's like one thing shows up and it bounces this one over here, and then that one bounces there and goes off the board. It looks really crazy and chaotic to me.
The amount of times the word chaos, just see what happens. Like even
Yeah,
the
they keep
previewers,
touting that.
even the previewers were like, yeah, it's like you make all these plans and then just sit back and see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oof.
no.
That is not my play style.
I mean, I'm okay with a little bit of chaos, but I don't want to do like all of this work for it all to just get knocked over by some random thing, you know?
Give me like a silly, small rules light thing if it's about chaos. I don't want to have to learn all the rules for this.
Right.
And then it's all chaos anyway. That's not worth the investment I put in to learn this crap.
Yeah.
But I want to like this. Like I said, it immediately made me think of that Chocolate Factory, which I love that theme and this conveyor. And you
this
got to
theme
take care of
too.
it while it goes. You know, I want this game to be something different, I think, is what I kind of came down to looking through it, you know, because immediately I thought Chocolate Factory and I was like, oh, it's not that. This seems like a
fun,
funky chaos, and I'm like, that's not what I want from it.
If you want a heavy
know?
Euro in this theme, you can play Sweetlands. That's on the other end of the spectrum.
Right, yeah.
You know?
All right, next up, keep it moving here. We have Fractured Sky Awakening plus Soar. We did play Fractured Sky Awakening live. We did not play Soar, though, but you said you've played that one,
I have
right?
played it. Yeah, I've played both.
Soar is its own game. It's a small spin-off game.
Correct, yeah.
Whereas
and
Awakening is an expansion to Fractured Sky.
Yeah, a modular expansion where you can add in some or all of the different elements. I think in the live play, you used all of the elements.
We did use all of them. We
Yeah,
threw in all 4 of the modules into the live play, and it didn't seem broken that way. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have a problem playing with all 4 because I think they're all small. I don't know that I would always play with all 4, but I think I would always play with the one that is the one ship that has a special power that you're drafting. I really liked that a lot. And I would always play with the one with the open goals rather than the hidden goals. I really like that as well. I think it kind of helped not streamline, but give focus to the game early on, especially if you're learning the game. I think it took out that extra step of, when do I go there and peek at it? Why should I? You know, it kind of took that out and be like, it's just open, just go for it. And so I think that would be an always in, especially if I'm teaching the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought this was a good expansion that didn't feel tacked on. You know, it felt well developed to be into the game and integrated well, but also flexible for your play style. Yeah. So I enjoyed it.
I like Fractured Sky quite a bit, and I think this is a nice expansion. The card game is cool too. It's very fast, and it's integrated not only thematically, but it's basically the same idea of this blind bidding. But what a neat little twist to it is that you're going to be bidding with 2 tokens. One's going to be for you, and one's going to be for an NPC, and everyone is doing that. So you're not only competing with the other players, you may make it so that everyone loses because you're dumping too much into the NPC type of a thing.
Weird. Okay.
So yeah.
Very cool. Yes, that's Fractured Sky. All right, Perch, Birds of Prey. So another expansion here. So this is the Birds of Prey expansion for Perch. And it's a 3 mix and match expansions, I guess, which Perch is a very, you don't think it's going to be as mean as it is. It's a very mean
You played
game.
it?
I've not played it. I've watched it played a couple times. And I was like, oh, it is extremely
played it,
cutthroat.
I haven't
we
played it.
when
Joey played
the
it, I guess.
World Series of Champions guys came in, and this is one of the games that they played, and it was like super cutthroat. It was like lots of
Okay, yeah. Interesting. I'm surprised that this one's done well enough to keep getting these expansions. That's good. I mean, it's good for the company, but I wouldn't have expected it.
Yeah. I love this right here. Did I go straight to this part of the page? Yep. This is where I started. TLDR. I was like, ooh, that sounds
I
like
think
me.
it's a good idea to do something like that. Give me a short and sweet wrap up of everything else. I can dive in more if I want to. Tell me, just get to it.
Yep.
Why should I be here?
Inside Up is definitely like because they've been doing it for a while. Remember Summit, I think, was their first game.
Yeah.
And it seems like they really have focused a lot on really making their pages very clear.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I like
very
it.
good.
All right. We are Glimmerdeep. Glimmerdeep is a engine building board game.
This one has like a little, not a roll and write, but it has like a little sheet that you Tetris pieces,
the polyomino
circle things around. discover that stuff.
Yeah.
To me, at first blush, I was like, oh, this looks like Everdell. And thematically, it sort of looks like Everdell. The characters kind of look like Everdell.
little bit.
A little bit. But it actually is about digging things up, I guess, this
Yeah.
idea. And then, there you go.
Yeah.
Circling polyominoes and finding that stuff. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like a bigger roll and write kind of game. Now, not a huge game, but still like a bigger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call this a roll and write necessarily, but it definitely has those elements. That's like a mechanism in the game. You know.
I'm glad that it's not. It doesn't have the look of a game that they kept going and kept going and kept going, kept developing.
Mm-hmm.
This is
It
one of
looks
those
digestible.
This is one of those games where a lot of times with a game you can tell they started with the mechanisms and built a theme around it, or they started with a theme and put this one. I can't tell.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Did they start with a roll and write tetromino game and turn it into a mining type of a thing, or was it the other way around?
I wanted to see what else they did, but it
Oh,
told me
you
to...
clicked on creator.
Creator.
I guess. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. Oh geez.
Yeah, no.
Oh my.
Okay.
What?
You've been hacked.
Come on.
What's it asking you to do?
Sign.
I don't know.
Oof.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Oh boy.
all right.
Access denied. How about that?
CyberRoll, the cybersecurity co-op tabletop game.
Look at that. We just get hacked, and now we've got a game about cybersecurity.
This is interesting. 'cause
Good pitch.
Sus.
the designer here is a cybersecurity-ist. Is
Yeah.
that what he say?
Security is.
Ist,
Yeah.
right? Does cybersecurity. And I feel like the more I looked at this, it felt like that kind of that shout out of jokes that I wouldn't get. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's very in kind of.
They're pushing
Yeah.
this
What it
on the
seemed.
educational level on this a lot. Like it's almost like they're treating it like it's an educational game,
Okay.
which I suppose to some
Interesting.
element it could be, right?
Right.
Um,
It has that look, too, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it kind of does.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of does. Yeah.
It definitely looks like that game that your teacher brings
In the
out on Friday,
classroom,
and you're like,
yeah.
oh, perfect. I don't,
Yes,
no
exactly.
textbook,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
They're
textbook
even saying
Friday.
you can use this for your your continuing education credits or something. Like when we were
Interesting.
teachers, you'd have to have.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can use something like that for that.
Oh, that's
Kind
interesting.
of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, back over to Gamefound. We have Quest and Request. It's a arena dungeon crawler, and I'm reading that. Otherwise, I would have no idea what this is.
It's the first
First.
arena dungeon crawler. So
I think
don't
it's-
know what that means.
Look, as a general rule of thumb, unless you've played and consumed everything that we as a species has ever made, you need to stop saying these things.
I agree.
Yeah.
I made the first whatever. Mm-hmm. You probably didn't,
Right.
but B, it makes you sound dumb and self-important to assume that you did. You can say this is a whatever, and
Yeah.
I mean, like say what it is,
Right.
describe what your thing is. Say it's. You can even call yourself innovative. I
Sure.
don't care. Just don't make decisive statements like no one's ever done this combination
Right.
before.
Especially when you're selling it to hardcore gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just don't love that. I don't know why a statement like that immediately turns me off.
yeah, me too.
I'm immediately like, you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't played enough games to know that.
Let
Yeah.
other people
If you've
say
played enough games, you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause
saying.
You're
It's like-
aware enough that you're probably wrong.
it. Yeah.
yeah, so they're saying it's 2 boards. And is that what they're getting at? Because that's certainly not anything you haven't seen elsewhere. Like maybe one board is more like the exploration and you're going for treasure and traps. And then another board, you're fighting. I mean, the other issue was that I was having a hard time kind of figuring out what the game was.
Right. I understand that you're out on this grid and you're going to go around and you're going to fight monsters and you're going to pick up loot and stuff like that. But are you also fighting each other? Is that where the arena's coming from?
Yeah,
Like you're
'cause-
fighting each other? Is it just arena? Because you're all bad guys in this.
That's
It's
right,
clear
that
about
was-
this, that you're all bad guys. But what are you doing? I understand. I'm fighting monsters. I'm picking up loot. Am I fighting each other? Are we co-oping, trying to take this down? Like, what is the game? It seems like it's very focused. This page specifically is very focused on letting you know about the art and that it's not AI and not focused on telling you about the game. And I'm sorry, that's a bigger selling point to me is how is the gameplay?
And I didn't spend hours delving deep into this page, but I certainly read through it. But at one point I was like, okay, is this a one versus many? Because here they're talking about
Right.
a wizard, and
Yeah.
it wasn't clear. Like we were just talking earlier about like Inside Up, two very different games. But you know what?
Yes.
You knew what that game was.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And here I'm really struggling to figure out exactly what we have
What
going
it is.
on here.
Right. All right. So this is 3 games in this one. Dragon Scrolls Aiye. You've played it. How do you say it?
Yeah,
That means you know how to play it.
I
say
do
it.
not.
If you played it, you know how to say it.
I think it's called Aiye.
Aiye and LOOM. So 3 different games coming from Moon Saga Workshop.
And you've played one of these, Mike, you said?
Yeah, it's like a Mancala style game.
They're all of that, right?
Yeah, oh, is that right? They all do that? Oh, but yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I looked at the other 2 just kind of thematically, gotten an eye at it. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember a whole lot about the game.
Oh.
To be
Quote
very
from Tom.
honest.
It was
Hold on.
Tom. I thought it was you that had
I
the quote.
played
was
it
Tom.
too, but
okay.
I don't have a lot of memory
Yeah.
of it. Though.
All we know is it's different, but we
It's
don't know what it
different.
is.
Yeah.
It's the first of its
So-
kind.
What I will say is that game has been out for a while, and I think that this is bringing it maybe to a wider audience. And I don't hate projects that'll do something like this, where it's like, okay, here's 3 card games that maybe have some similar, ideas going on, similar weights, and you can buy one or you can buy the whole thing. I don't think that's a bad idea, especially when they're pretty small scale, right? None of these are going to be like these big productions, but I think they look kind of cool. The Dragon Skull is the one that maybe is the one that's I'm least interested in the look of it because it looks very abstract. But I thought the idea of the loom with the cards, where all those, that was kind of neat. It kind of gave me a kind of like what's the game I'm thinking of? There's a game.
There's a
where
lot
you
of
can-
games that put
Yeah.
halves of things together
right
to
to
make
make
a
a
whole thing.
pattern.
There's
Yeah.
that flower one that came out recently.
There's so many
There's
games
that.
Yeah,
like
there are a
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that.
this is. I agree with you, Mike, that it's a good idea to group 3 little things together
Yeah.
like this and crowdfund them together.
Yeah.
Any one of these probably wouldn't do particularly well on its
Sure.
own, so group them up. Let people discover all 3 at once.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Kicking back over to Gamefound again. Labyrinth Chronicles from Awakened Realms. Another one that
Oof,
we
yeah.
played live accidentally.
This is
Whoops
a
on that one.
funky one from them. This is not a game I would have ever expected to see
No.
Yeah.
from Awakened Realms, and that's considering they're making these Euro games now,
Yes.
which I never expected to have seen from them.
Yes.
Because Labyrinth is this old school sliding tiles game for
Kids game.
families.
Yeah, family game.
Kids and
Ravensburger,
families,
yeah.
in
Mass
which you
market,
are
if nothing else.
very mass
Very,
market.
yeah.
It's like about as mass market as it gets, like in Germany, for example, right? But now with these 3D walls and, besides that basic game, this sort of campaigning kind of game.
Yeah.
And we played
It's interesting.
both. Yeah, we played the game, like the one that you can repeat and play it, and I don't even know if we finished it. I think we just gave up playing. I think we were like, this is just like not fun. Okay, let's at least try the campaign. And that was really interesting. I
Yeah.
definitely enjoyed that more, and it left me with that sense of what happens next. I want to play the next game. So it was interesting how different I felt about the 2 different modes to play.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we gave the campaign a try, because this is not something I ever thought I wanted or needed or anything. I never thought, this would be neat with the campaign. But when we tried it, I was like, it left me intrigued. For
In a
sure.
But you've
way-
never played Labyrinth before, right? Like
I
normal
hadn't,
Labyrinth.
no. And
So the one we play, there's technically 3 things here. So original Labyrinth, you can just play that. And then this new mode that has nothing to do with that with the campaign, we played that and didn't really like it. And then the campaign, which we sampled and
Yeah.
thought this is
It's
interesting.
yeah.
I will say my one beef with this is I thought the walls, besides being overkill because, come on, it's ridiculous, but also they visually obscured the gameplay to me.
Yeah.
I had a hard time looking at a board at an angle. I'm sitting at an angle to the entire, construct. If a wall belongs to the tile closest to me or the one past that, I couldn't
Right.
differentiate that quickly enough, and I don't like that. I think anything that is an enhancement like this cannot get in the way of the playability. For me personally, I'm a big stickler for that.
And I know that's something that we talked about afterward. Like, you had an issue with that. The other 3 of us didn't. But it's
Yeah.
something to know. Like, you
Yeah.
might have an issue with that, but I did not have a problem at all,
At first, I thought this project was really weird, but then I thought this really actually makes a lot of sense, because the people who played Labyrinth as a kid are now the adults, the parents and the grandparents that want to relive their own childhood and teach it to their own kids and grandkids.
And they got that cash burning a
They've
hole in
got
their pocket.
that cash.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hopefully Kickstarter sticks with us here. I think I saw in the comments it's down. That's why we lost it on that page.
Oh,
I
crap.
went
long as we
off
don't
of
have to
that. So as long as
refresh
I
it.
don't refresh or go to a different page, we should be fine. The Dragonware Crockery set. I love this. I did not think I would.
Pass.
I think that this is super thematic. I wouldn't use it much, but like
Oh, there's someone
for
skipped this
for like game night, just to have. I mean, just for those hosting
I'm
game
going to tell
night
you,
kind of opportunities.
here's what I'm going to say, and
I
maybe this
like
is
it.
controversial. If I come over to your house and you're serving me dinner on these plates,
No, I'm not serving dinner.
I'm expecting a ferret to come leaping at me in any moment.
I can also make that happen,
ferret?
but
You go to
More
these,
likely an otter,
You go to
but, you know.
the game stores that, you know what I mean, that are like, they have these types of things. They always have a ferret in a cage somewhere that somehow has been let loose while you're shopping.
I have never
Maybe
had
it's
this
just me. This has
experience.
happened to me on several occasions.
I go to the wrong game stores.
I've been to a
apparently.
game store.
What are you talking about?
I go to a game store, and it's kind of like everything in there looks like this tableware.
I love
Okay,
this stuff.
okay.
I love
Okay.
this stuff.
Was this a restaurant or a game store?
No, it's a game store.
Why do they have so much tableware?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
have
They
multiple
got
questions
all
here.
kinds of stuff. They got tie-dyed T-shirts. They
Oh
got
my
tie-dyed,
gosh.
weird
Is this a
dice
fever
things.
dream you had? Or?
I'm telling-
There was-
Someone in the comments back me up. Have you been to a game store that has stuff that looks like this and a ferret
Yeah,
running
yes.
around?
We need to know the crossover of these two groups.
Yes.
I would
Okay.
not serve you dinner on this, but this is what
Okay.
I would have the snacks on. Have the pretzels in the bowl and, I don't know, use the mug to pull the tiles out for like Mansions of Madness. I always, this is just something
Yeah.
that I would have for those things. I really like this a lot. I
What is
think
this
this is
made out
fantastic.
of?
Ceramic.
Ceramic.
Which ones do you like?
The purple. This one is probably my favorite, the dark purple.
Uh-huh.
After that, maybe the red or the light purple, something like that. I don't care for the blue necessarily.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
I like these a lot. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Just me, huh? Okay, fine.
think it's-
I like it.
I think they're cool.
I want that.
I think they're cool looking. I like the green actually.
Mark Poole Playmat Collection. I'm
Yeah,
gonna let
boy.
Mike go with this. Mike has feelings.
Mark Poole is one of the most famous Magic the Gathering artists of all time. Oh my God!
No, thank you.
There's no way I can talk about this without
ahead.
sounding mean, so I'm going to sound mean because I'm not doing it to be a jerk.
Rant.
I think all of the art on this page is terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
Wow. Mark Poole lives very close to here.
I am not saying I'm an artist.
He also owns a ferret.
I could not draw this well. But I would never ask people to buy what I'm drawing. I'm sorry. I
not
think
final.
this looks just terrible. Especially when people are involved. You think that looks bad? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
Now, look,
understand.
what
Here's
is
the
this?
thing.
What is
right?
even happening
Even
here?
that's not good.
He didn't do it to scale. Is that supposed to be smaller in the mouth? What happened here?
Don't worry about
I don't
it.
know. I don't understand
I
what
was almost
happened.
like
Here's
thinking.
the thing about Mark Poole. I ended up looking him up because I'm like, oh, I've heard of Mark Poole, and then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, he's one of the artists I didn't like from Magic the Gathering. But here's the problem. I don't understand why. This is all very early 90s artwork, or mostly, okay? Maybe not all, but it's almost all of it from the beginning of Magic. 1993, 1994 artwork. You can go right now and look up Mark Poole artwork from, because he's still doing it, for Magic the Gathering. And he's got artwork for sets that just came out last year.
You showed me one. I'm like, now that looks good.
And they look much better.
Yeah,
So this
but-
is like a celebration of when Mark Poole wasn't so good at what he does. Which I think is kind of a strange thing.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
I wasn't saying, but look, we're going to give opinions on this show.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is objectively, in my opinion, I just don't think it's good looking art. I really just don't. I'm sorry.
I like this idea of a
Yeah.
playmat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you guys
Designed to fit this kind of table.
ever seen
Yeah,
this
that's
before?
true.
Because this is
No.
something that I've tried to home make myself with
Yeah.
neoprene that you can get on
But
Amazon.
you're not as good as artists as Mark Poole.
Clearly, yeah. But I mean, to take two conventions to play.
Yeah.
Because I don't like just playing on the hotel mats or the tablecloths, or sometimes, I know on the cruise, for example, we don't even have tablecloths. It's just fold up tables.
Right,
And I
yeah.
hate that. I hate playing on those. So I love this idea though of a
Yeah,
mat
it's
that you
cool.
can go with.
And
you
I
have
can
the
see
table for this, yeah.
what Violent Frog is saying, because I actually mentioned that earlier, I'm like, maybe this is a nostalgia thing.
I think it's a nostalgic
that
thing,
makes
right?
sense at least. I still don't want to buy it, but at least it makes sense.
And maybe that's why it's here and not like at Gen Con or something like that,
Right.
because it's like, hey, how many people have nostalgia? How many should we make?
Yeah.
I don't know. How is it doing? It's
That
doing pretty
could be
well,
it. That
isn't
could
it?
very well
it's doing
be.
really well.
Yeah, it's doing great. Like, look,
Okay.
that shows how much I know,
Yeah.
right? But
Very
I'm just
little.
telling you,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I don't like this art at all.
Yeah.
This absolutely is for old man Magic players. That art is very popular vintage cards.
Okay.
All right. All right. Revolution Dice. I made it to here and then I moved on because I was like,
I feel like I said all
nope.
my mean things. I'll leave it
Nope.
alone, even though I don't have much good to say about this.
This is that thing where the lights spin real quick and they kind of make an image in the air.
Yeah.
That's what this is, but for dice.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
not interested.
Excellent. We're ready to go on. All right, let's move on. Our last project of the week here is Deadlands 30th. I'm going to scroll. Deadlands 30th. Oh, now I got to read it. Anniversary celebration.
Deadlands is a really cool setting. This is like
is that
the
Star
RPG, I guess, right? I mean, is that Star Wars?
Is that Star Wars? They got
that's
the
Deadlands.
Wait, isn't
No,
Star Wars the one?
That is the one
Okay,
that
yeah.
have
The
the
Zoop-
lightsaber.
That's not the
Zoop.
Joop 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 Joops. That looks like
Deadlands
them.
is like a...
That's Star Wars,
they
y'all.
do. They do kind of look like lightsabers. I'm
That's
not
what they're
gonna lie.
called. Yeah, come on.
Deadlands is a weird West setting with magic and supernatural stuff and all sorts of crazy
I
things.
do like that setting.
It's got a lot of
Is
like
Bruce
you know.
Campbell actually in this? I thought I saw something about it. Yeah.
So
Joey's
this
losing
is
his mind over there.
this is it's like an RPG collection, RPG books and stuff. There's also Doomtown, the card game, is based on.
That's
this.
what I was getting confused with. So they're connected.
They're the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Doomtown is based on
Okay.
Deadlands.
There's very little about the game. It is a game, right? Or
I
is
think
it
it's an RPG setting,
Okay, that's
right?
why I was lost on
I
it.
kind of
yeah.
feel like they're selling to the people that already know what it is.
Right.
I don't think they're
That's
looking
what
for
I was
new.
getting to. It was
Yeah.
like they don't really tell you what it is. It's like
Thinking
if you
good
know,
thoughts for Bruce Campbell, by the
it's
way.
like
everybody.
it's like 30th anniversary. You know if you want this.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
All right, well, that is it for this week. That was 2 weeks worth of stuff because we're not here next week. So let's jump into picks of the week, starting up with Tom.
Hey everybody, Tom here, and my pick of the week is Glimmerdeep here. There's a lot of reasons that I'm interested in it. There's a lot of really cool projects this week, but unlike other people, I'm only going to pick one. So Glimmerdeep is the one I picked, mostly because I'm kind of fascinated by the display board here. I like the idea that there's these different mines that you're going in. For some reason, going down into a mine and finding what's in it is a theme that I always like in games, although it's very rarely well implemented. But this one, the different factions, that fact that you have these 4 different unique dry erase maps, I'm kind of fascinated by going in and collecting stuff. So this one looks like a lot of fun for me. So there you go. That is my pick of the week.
Hey everybody, this is actually a tough week. There's a lot of great projects out there. So many I could have picked, but I'm settling down on Foes of Middle-earth. Here's one that as soon as I saw the Balrog, first of all, I was hooked. The miniatures are just insanely good. But the big thing about this is the boss battler itself is fantastic, but the exploration is, I love the exploration and also the advancement in this. Your character advances so quickly throughout the game, you feel like you've gotten a larger campaign out of one game. Man, this is really, really good. So I'm really excited to get this back to the table when it comes out and to really get some plays of it. Anyway, that is my pick of the week, Foes of Middle-earth. Let's see what they thought.
All right, some
Okay.
good picks there. Both of those I did consider, so I think that is fantastic.
I did not.
What did you consider and come down on, Mike?
Oh, I'm doing For the Gods, the very first project. I don't know if I've ever
okay.
picked a first project that we've covered before, but just happened to work out this week. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by this one. I think that it is very clear what it's trying to do, and hopefully it's successful in what it's trying to do. And I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping it is what I want it to be, if that makes sense.
good-looking game,
It's a
for
very
sure.
good-looking game, and I think that design team will come up with something I like.
Nice. Z?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Vitrola. What's it called?
Vivitrum?
Nuvitrum.
Hold on, I scrolled down on it. There we go. Vivitrum. Vivitrum.
Nuvitrum.
Cloud Wars.
Cloud War Tales. Nuvitrum. It's a terrible title. My gosh. Is it too late to change the title?
Such a great art, though.
The rest of it, I really am
so
feeling.
cute.
Factions with unique abilities, their own look. This is what every time I see some trading card game that shows up on here and it looks like just some rip-off of something, I die a little.
Yeah.
But then I see this and all those little pieces of soul group up and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I was hoping all of those would be. The game might be bad. The game might be derivative. I don't know any of those things yet, but it looks great. It captivates me, and except for the title, I want something to do with this game.
Nice. All right, and then I am going to go with Fighting Fantasy Quest. Had a second
cool
part, the
looking
one
too,
that came off the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. That's it, the old
that's
old
cool.
book. So I like I said, I was liking the vibes of this. It was kind of giving me those Last Bastion vibes, which I really like, but a little bit not more going on, but maybe, you have your own players, which are going to be more interactive, and your items that you're going to be getting. And I really like all those elements. I also like that 60 player.
I like that.
60 minutes right there. So this is a scope that's right in my wheelhouse that I'm super excited. I think you said on one game, you're like, this is the game that I would play right now. That's what this is. If this was in the office and it'd come in, I'd be taking it home tonight. So yeah,
This
super
also
excited.
has that nostalgia done right to me. I
Yes.
don't have any nostalgia for this. I never read this book, but it has that old fantasy look that I can jive with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so Mark Poole. You know what I mean?
But it feels nostalgic without having that memory for it, but it also doesn't feel dusty. This could fit in the 90s or it could fit now. You know what I mean? Like,
But it
could,
looks
could go either
inspired
way.
by that stuff.
Very
I
much
think
so.
is what works for me.
Inspired
I'm
by
like, oh,
dust. not
Expired,
dust.
but it's not actually dust.
No.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Dust adjacent.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here today in the Crowdsurfing. Thanks for joining us. And again, next week we won't be here for this show. We will be in Vegas for Dice Tower West. So if you have some flexible plans, be sure to join us there. And if not, look forward to this summer in Orlando at Dice Tower East. You can get your badge at dicetowereast.com. So
Right.
thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. I'm Camilla.
I'm Z.
I'm Mike.
We'll see you. Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.